think it was about 2019, and someone approached me on Instagram, was like, hey, I'm a photographer, I'd really like to take some pictures with you. You can use them for like all sorts of promotional stuff. And I was quite nervous at the time because it wasn't something I expected I could do at first. So I shot with him, and he had a little iPhone, was doing just pictures of me on his iPhone. I have done, like, in college, me and my college friend shot sort of real life pictures where he would try and take pictures of me being completely natural, because often they're one of the best times to take a picture when you don't realise there's a camera taking a picture of you. So it was very similar to that. And then I sort of didn't pursue it for a little while. You know, you look at some professional pictures, sometimes you think, oh, they're so glamorous. You know, they're so skinny as well. You think, oh, I couldn't do that. And eventually another photographer reached out to me who has a whole studio set up. Our first one was this, we did a gothic shoot, which is, I would say, my most like natural go-to style. So it was in this abandoned church, very like spooky vibes, also freezing cold, so it fit the theme. And it's only after seeing like the difference between what professional cameras can do, and that's when I sort of got the idea of the difference between professional photographers and, as they are known in the industry, like men with cameras. Because you have, men with cameras, they use photography as like a front when, they're not professional, essentially. And then from there I was like, actually, I feel like I can do this. So it's really helped me with like body confidence. The more sort of shoots you do, the more you realise, wow, there's actually a lot of versatility. You get to know what photographers are looking for each time. I've done gothic 1950s shoots. I did a sci-fi shoot. I'm trying to get as much variety as possible, because I've heard models can be typecasted if photographers see a lot of like, oh, they're doing a lot of, let's say runway shots. So then they're always asked to go on the runway. They're always asked to do the same sort of thing over and over again. I want to show as much I want to show my talent in different ways. I've had acting lessons, or been acting, since I was quite a young child. My grandparents were very big on getting me into the theatre. We would be in like drama class. We would go to a lot of productions in local theatres, and I'm from Manchester, so it would be like Queen. They try and take me to as many performances as possible. For a long time, I had the aspiration to be on the stage. And then in college, I sort of realised actually I would like to write for the stage instead. But it's interesting to bring that into modelling. Like if a photographer says, okay, imagine you're like this character, we're doing like this theme. I feel like I get better pictures if I'm sort of in a character rather than here's a camera. It's quite interesting how quickly you can go from feeling like an amateur to a professional. Whenever I'm putting my makeup on for a shoot, there's always a moment of like, oh my God, like what if I look terrible? You know, this professional camera, it's going to pick up everything that I do. And some photographers, I call them piercer lights, which is like the bright white LEDs, which also piercers will have them in their studios, because obviously they need to see where they're going to put the jewellery, where the piercing is, as clearly as possible. But when you're in front of LED lights, it highlights all of your flaws and all of like the things you've done right. So there, I still get moments of panic of being like, oh no, is my makeup really that bad? And then I see it in the camera and it's like, oh wow, I can actually do my makeup. That's good. So yeah, it's interesting to like still experience the nerves, still think that maybe you're not good enough, and then you work with a photographer who brings out the best in you and you see their final edits as well. Sometimes you can see them during the shoot as well, and it's nice to see the befores and afters, like the effects that editing can do. So I definitely recommend it if anybody's thinking about modelling. Yeah, there's no like ideal body type. There's no sort of ideal makeup look that you have to do. A lot of photographers they'll work with like what your vision is, or you can do like collaborations, or photographers will have an idea that they'll want you to do, but a lot of the time it's sort of you being who you are is what is going to make the most of the shoot and what you can get from it.